Have you ever noticed something strange about dating apps? You can swipe through hundreds of people, match with someone interesting, even start talking to them, and then suddenly lose interest. It's not just you, because according to psychology research, dating apps may be changing how our brains evaluate relationships. And the surprising part? They might actually make commitment harder. But the reason why isn't what most people think. Before dating apps, meeting someone usually happened in a much slower way. You met through friends, work, school, or random chance. Your brain evaluated a very small number of potential partners. But dating apps introduced something completely new: near infinite choice. With a single swipe, you can instantly move to the next person, and the next, and the next. This changes something fundamental about how your brain makes decisions. Because the human brain was never designed to evaluate hundreds of options at once. Psychologists have studied something called the paradox of choice. The idea is surprisingly simple. When people have too many options, they actually become less satisfied with the decisions they make. You would think more choice leads to better outcomes, but research shows the opposite. When our brains see endless alternatives, something subtle happens. Instead of committing to one option, we start mentally comparing it to all the other possibilities. And that comparison never really stops. Dating apps turn relationships into something our brains treat like an endless catalog, which leads to a very different way of thinking. Now here's where things get interesting. Swiping doesn't just show you new people. It activates your brain's reward system. Every match, every like, every notification creates a small burst of anticipation. This involves the neurotransmitter dopamine, which plays a major role in motivation and reward. But dopamine doesn't just respond to rewards. It responds even more strongly to uncertain rewards, meaning your brain gets excited by the possibility that the next swipe might reveal someone better. And that creates a powerful behavioral loop. Swipe, maybe reward. Swipe again. But this is where the long-term effect becomes much more interesting. Because over time, this reward loop can change how our brains evaluate potential partners. When people experience constant novelty, their expectations start to shift. Psychologists call this adaptation. The brain quickly gets used to what used to feel exciting. And once something becomes normal, it stops feeling special. Dating apps expose our brains to an unusually high level of romantic novelty. Hundreds of faces, hundreds of profiles, hundreds of possibilities. So, when someone genuinely interesting appears, your brain may still be thinking, what if the next swipe is even better? This constant comparison can quietly reduce the feeling of satisfaction with the people we meet. This is the psychological shift researchers are beginning to notice. When our brains get used to endless alternatives, committing to one choice can feel riskier. Not because the person isn't good, but because the brain keeps imagining other possibilities. It's the same reason people sometimes struggle to pick something on a streaming service like Netflix. When there are thousands of options, your brain worries about choosing the wrong one. Dating apps apply that same decision environment to something far more personal: relationships. And over time, that can subtly change how we approach connection. None of this means dating apps are inherently bad. They've helped millions of people meet partners they would have never encountered otherwise. But they also created something new in human history. For the first time, our brains are evaluating potential relationships inside an environment of almost unlimited choice. And understanding how that environment affects our psychology may help explain why modern dating sometimes feels so different. Because the technology may be new, but the brain trying to navigate it is still the same one humans have always had. So, the next time you find yourself endlessly swiping, it might be worth remembering that the experience isn't just shaped by the app. It's shaped by how your brain responds to choice, novelty, and reward. Understanding that doesn't solve modern dating overnight, but it does reveal something important. Sometimes the technology around us changes faster than the psychology guiding our decisions. And when we start to recognize those patterns, we can approach these tools a little more consciously. This is the Fact Detour, where curiosity gets a break from the noise. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.